key to win Red Bull Erzbergrodeo, a lot of things have to play in the right direction. There's no time for any mistake. You want to be mentally strong to really say, okay guys, I'm gonna go out there and just win this race.
Let me tell you, this is a big moment in Billy. He really, really wants to win this race. That was mega. Manny making a big mistake. He's up there. Don't know why he's up there. That's costing Manny big time. He should be way down there.
Monumental in every sense of the word, from the size of the mountain to the sheer number of riders who participate. The Red Bull Erzbergrodeo is one of the oldest hard enduro races in the world. Those who emerge victorious become part of an elite legacy, their names etched into the surrounding stone of the Iron Giant. Welcome to round 2 of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.
This is the biggest, the best, and my favorite hard enduro in the whole world. All the people and all the hype, even if they don't dirt bike, they know about this race. So I have a lot of people at home, watching this. They'll get up at 3 a.m. to watch.
Here is a short race. We go very fast. Everybody goes very fast, especially the first part of the race. Then halfway on the race is very, very, very difficult. Sometimes it's stupid difficult.
I know it's gonna be hard. Okay, I know what to expect in a way, and I'm okay with it.
Keep it up there.
The fact it's such a short race and such a sprint is one of the reasons why you really can't afford to have too many mistakes. If you make a mistake, particularly early on in the race, you can be really quite far back. The pressure's on at all times, A lot of times you're racing and battling with other riders, which isn't something we always do, and at the same time, you have to be going as fast as possible.
Erzberg's so special for the riders, and it really gets them so nervous before, because obviously it's live. It's the biggest pinnacle, the sponsors are all watching it, everybody tunes into it. It's the one to make your name, it's the one to win, it's the one to be on the podium, or it's the one to finish and then move on in your career to hopefully win it one day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jetzt haben wir den Platsching Balls Factory Team, Leute.
Ja, geil. Wer wollte bitte? Burkhard.
To understand what it takes to win, look no further than 5-time Erzberg champion Graham Jarvis. 10 years ago, he won his first title from a second-row start. A decade later, the 48-year-old icon is not only still competing, he's still a podium contender.
So yeah, obviously a lot of memories. The Erzbergrodeo, some wins, some disqualifications, obviously crashes and learning experiences. The first win to get that under my belt was just a fantastic feeling, and then to equal Taddy's record of 5 wins, be desperate to get that one more win.
That journey to the Erzberg podium begins here at the prologue, a speedy sprint up a winding mountain road. 2 chances to collect FIM points and get into the first row of 50 in the main race. Last year, that race belonged to the new king of the mountain, FIM series leader and defending Erzberg champion, Manny Lettenbichler.
Yeah, last year was pretty special. Huh? First Red Bull Erzbergrodeo win for myself. We already had one trophy with a #1 in the Lettenbichler house, so was definitely the goal to also get a #1 trophy at this race, because it's just one of the biggest races in our sport, and as an athlete is super important, and you definitely wanna win this once in your life.
For Austrian rider Michael Wagner, winning on home soil would be a dream come true. Last year, he finished 5th at the Erzberg Rodeo. Now, the pressure's on to make the podium.
The pressure is for sure higher because everybody knows you, everybody have the focus on you, and if everything goes together, the main goal is to go top 3.
Mario Roman's coming into this race second in the series after a sensational performance in Serbia. Last year, his excellent Erzberg earned him the silver medal spot on the podium.
I already been here like 8 times and still feeling the nervous to be here. I have 2 goals, like to win the Erzberg Rodeo 1 time in my life, but the other goal is to become world champion in FIM World Hard Enduro.
Billy Bolt knows that feeling. He was the 2021 world champion. He had a rough start to the series in Serbia, but still enters the Erzberg with cool confidence. Pinning it through the prologue, the message is clear. Bolt is back.
Billy, for me, he's looking really strong this year. He was very unlucky. He made a simple mistake, navigational in Serbia. But if he comes out in Erzberg like he did on day 2 in Serbia, then the other guys have definitely got problems.
It's not ideal, but there are so many positives to take from Serbia. You know, I was really happy with my riding, really happy with the bike. And when I think back to how I was riding last year and kind of how competitive I was struggling so much, but my results were really not too bad. I'm quite excited to be pretty close to being 100% and healthy and fit and have no problems coming in and really seeing what I can do this week.
When he is operating at full capacity, Bolt is hard to beat. Cruising through the course, he's the 2nd fastest FIM rider and is awarded 2 points. Full tilt, Wade Young hits the track. He weaves his way up the 15-kilometer-long dirt road with a better result. Currently sitting in 12th overall, he needs all the points he can get. Now, he's got 3 more. The Black Ladder Iron Road Prologue results set the stage for the Erzberg's explosive mass start.
You have to get down so early before the start, and the anticipation builds and the nerves start getting higher and higher.
Quite a big of a mental thing at this race, because we're starting out with 50 people and it's definitely super nerve-wracking.
The nervous part is just not knowing. Not knowing, am I going to get through this first turn in a good position? Am I going to be able to see 50 guys in a row, all aiming for the same thing, all wanting to get a whole shot? That's where the nerves come in.
Starting at high noon here at Erzberg Rodeo 2023. We are off!
Riders erupt with volcanic force. Seconds into the race, Tristan Hart and Manny Lettenbichler lead the pack out of the quarry. Billy Bolt is thrown from his bike. A tragic start to say the least. Each rider that passes him, a future obstacle. Hart looks back to catch a glimpse of Lettenbichler breathing down his neck as the two break away from the pack on the first major uphill. And this is where the battle for first begins.
Oh, it's a battle! It's Tristan Hart with Manny on his tail.
Starting last from his row after the crash, Bolt makes up for it picking off riders one by one. But he's got to grind ahead if he wants to catch the leaders. But 20 minutes into the race, he's determined to muscle his way to the front of the pack. Lettenbichler takes the lead from Hart as they enter a rutted, rocky forest. Remarkably, Bolt is right behind them and forces himself past Hart into second. In a section like this, finding the right line takes quick thinking and a bit of wisdom.
That was a real wise move from Billy, going round the outside. If he'd have committed to the inside, he would have been knackered.
So how's your personal relationship with this race?
Terrible. Yeah, personally, I had some, I would say, more bad times than good times at this race. A little bit surprising, because I guess you could say on paper it's a race that really suits me probably the most out of any of them. Other than the first time I was here back in 2016, I've left with a bad taste in my mouth, but it's still probably my favorite race of the year and the one I look forward to the most, and it's the one which I really, really want to win.
And right now, that win is within his grasp. Amazingly, he's first to enter a savage section called Udo's Playground. Lettenbichler is only a minute behind him. With pause, Bolt finds his line and strikes.
That was mega! Manny making a big mistake, he's up there. Don't know why he's up there. That's costing Manny big time. He should be way down there. So now you can see the rain overnight. It's really letting the back wheels slip round. So Manny's just making it back to the track after the stake. Oh. Yes, bud! Get it up! Oh, that was awesome!
Joining the awesomeness is a rider we haven't seen in a while, but he's a podium threat nonetheless. It's three-time Erzberg winner, Johnny Walker. In recent years, Walker has spent more time riding endurocross, culminating with a big win at the 2022 AMA Endurocross Championship. He's back to test his mettle in hard enduro, and he's doing one hell of a good job.
Welcome, Johnny Walker, back to hard enduro, people. Johnny's in third place. Tristan Hart's just behind him in fourth.
Yeah, it's definitely a special race coming here to Erzberg. I've missed a few years with injuries and that, so I've probably done 7 or 8 Erzbergs in my time, and a few wins, quite a few podiums. So yeah, it's been a good run, and I'm really happy to be back here racing. With the level that the sport's at now, it's going to be good to win. Whoever wins, you know, is on top of the game now.
Tristan Hart is definitely on his game. Last year, he was the first Canadian rider to make it to the Erzberg podium. He's coming off a 4th place finish in Serbia and currently fighting Walker for 3rd.
Tristan Hart, he had a strong performance last year, 3rd place, so he knows what it takes to get on the podium. And I think he's fit, and I think he's perhaps the most race ready.
Yeah, to get on the podium my 2nd time here was definitely a little surprising, I think. Wasn't the smoothest of races. Definitely feeling a little more prepared this year, a year older. My 3rd time here. It's time to make it happen.
So that's an overtake for 3rd place on the road. Oh, Johnny.
You want to win, and the level that Manny's on, you can't make a mistake, because right now he's not making any mistakes, where the rest of us, I think, are. So if you want to win, you can maybe make one mistake, but you better make up that time somewhere else.
If mistakes are made, they're likely to happen in the infamous section, Carl's Dinner. It's the great equalizer. An hour into the race, Bolt leads Lettenbichler up the exhausting climb.
That was a really big step there. Just saw Billy loop it a bit there.
While those riders fight for first, Mario Roman faces a battle of a different kind. He's 2nd in the series overall, but he's about to lose it. Earlier, he's injured in a major crash and has to leave the race. It's a massive blow to his FIM championship. The battle for 3rd continues as Walker and Hart struggle through Carl's Dinner. Intensity amplified by the fact that this year, riders weren't allowed to walk the track.
It's just like a 40-minute beat down that is undescribable for someone that's never done it. You're picking up a 200-pound dirt bike over rocks, through rocks, just, it's crazy. Carl's Diner is just, there's nothing like it in the world.
Oh, nice! He can literally taste the finish of Carl's Dinner right there. 20 meters, and he's through it. Biggest section done.
Carl's Dinner takes some riders an hour or more to complete. Bolt finishes in under 40 minutes. Hunting from behind, Lettenbichler's caught his scent.
Yeah, I think Billy could smell the end of Carl's Dinner, but I think Manny could smell Billy, and that is not good for Billy later on.
Bolt begins his mad dash towards the next checkpoint, Motor X Highway. But Lettenbichler is closing in.
Got Manny coming in now, so probably a minute just behind, approximately here. That was tidy, that was really, really tidy.
And if Bolt doesn't find a clean line, he might be in a messy situation.
Bolt and Lettenbichler still battling it out. And right here, both riders now meeting each other. Lettenbichler right on the wheels of Billy Bolt. Bolt heads up. Has to redirect. And once again, the echoes of what we've seen in the past with these two. The fact that Bolt is taking time, you can see right behind him Lettenbichler in picture. Lettenbichler up and around. Can he navigate it?
He's almost over. Looks like he'll go up and around the tree.
And
digging his feet in and pushing his way. pushing that bike up and around. I think he's done it.
Wow. Lettenbichler up and around, goes clutch right around Bolt, and just like that, we have a lead change. Now Bolt stuck back into one section. Lettenbichler took that lower route. Fatigue, all-time high at this point, just under the 2-hour mark. And with each second allowing Lettenbichler to pull farther away, was leading for the lion's share of that first half.
The lion's share of the end belongs to Lettenbichler. And after 2.5 hours of extreme Erzberg riding, he crosses the finish line with a roar. Just over 10 minutes later, after a hard-fought battle, Bolt claims the runner-up result. His very first Erzberg podium. The final spot on that podium is still up for grabs.
There's a dogfight here for the podium, people. We're here at Dynamite with Johnny Walker and Tristan Hart. Oh, the pipe! It's right on the tail of him now.
It's a blood-pumping battle. But try as he might, Walker gets stuck just below a ledge, while Hart goes into attack mode and makes a break for the finish. He will take third at another riveting Red Bull Erzbergrodeo. Johnny Walker hypes up the fans as he finishes fourth. Wade Young held a steady fifth place for the entire race. And after a second-row start, the silent assassin Graham Jarvis climbs all the way into sixth place.
Second win at Red Bull Erzbergrodeo, and was definitely super special. I had a good start, and then Billy passed me like I think off the cocoa stairs, and I tried to stay with him, but I couldn't make it. So I tried to save some energy and call dinner, and then afterwards I saw him again, and I was like, okay, time to go. I caught up to Billy. I think he was pretty tired at this point because he was pushing a lot in Karl Steiner. And then I just really got one line really good where I could pass him, and then I just rode my clean race. I had to go step by step sometimes, really slow. And definitely was a good section for myself, I would say.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, in the end, I got a pretty bad start. I'm guessing you've seen that I was on the floor on the first uphill. Actually bent my front disc, so I've been riding trying to with that, and then I dented my exhaust pretty badly in Dyna too. So and when Manny passed me and went, I thought I'm going to struggle to try and keep up with him just with how my bike was. So I kind of made sure I was safely coming home in second. I knew that we were pretty spread out from Dyna onwards. It's not been boring these first 2 rounds, that's for sure. But no, I'm really happy with the riding. We obviously had a new bike for this year, and it's been a lot of hard work for the team to get where we are now. But I think me and Manny are at a pretty high level right now, and the bike's working good.
To be honest, I think I rode worse than last year. I made a huge mistake early on, and I went the wrong way and had to come back and around, and that's when Johnny got around me. To get the whole shot and then kind of just make a lot of mistakes like that is
kind of heartbreaking, honestly, because I was right where I needed to be to ride with Billy and Manny, and kind of threw it all away. But to be back on the podium's good. Johnny had a really good ride. He's really good for not training much. He's riding really good.
Here are the final results from the 27th epic Red Bull Erzberg Rodeo. Lettenbichler is first, Bolt is second, and Hart is third. 17 finishers overall. And these are the current overall FIM standings. Lettenbichler pulls away with a substantial points lead. Hart jumps from fourth into second, but Bolt is only 1 point behind him in third. Kabachev drops to fourth, while Jarvis and Wagner are tied with 21 points.
The season is going to go off, and just like it did last year, just like it does almost every year, it's a mega competitive field, and it's going to be exciting till the end.
The excitement continues as we leave you with highlights from this intense hard enduro dust-up, the Red Bull Erzberg Rodeo. Next, we travel to the wilds of Romania for 5 days of mind-blowing rally riding at the insane Romaniacs, round 3 of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.